All right, here we're with part two FL week 6 recap, week 7 preview. But Mike, we have some breaking news to start here from the NFL. I'm sure you just saw it as well. Christian McCaffrey getting traded to the San Francisco 49ers. And it seemed like there was a lot of talk of him getting traded. We saw some Bills, but I'm just picturing him, and I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. Him in that jersey, went, Stanford guy, seems like West Coast Tampa. That makes sense, and I'm actually really excited for the Niners now.
Yeah, he looked good in the jersey. The only thing I'm a little upset about is in one league I have the Wilson/Mitchell tandem, so that's gonna be low.
Go find Shuba Hubbard.
Or onto Foreman.
It's wild. Again, I before we started recording, I brought up the Padres song on Twitter just because I forgot what the words were. So I'm like, all right, I want to keep the video up. So let me go to Instagram, and that's when I saw it about 15 minutes ago now. That trade hit the wire. So yeah, McCaffrey going from Carolina to San Francisco, which is they played 2 weeks ago. I was thinking it was last week. That were kind of funny, but so yeah, that's the big news. I think. Last time we had this breaking news, I think it was the Tatis contract live show, breaking news a little while ago. But yeah, we can get into week 6 recap now. Don't want to waste too much time here with our limited moments here, but I guess we'll start local like we usually do, and then we'll kind of go Thursday Night Football, rewind back. Before we get into the Patriots, like the Browns just kind of stink, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, it's
Love Jacoby. Yeah, they kind of stink.
He's a guy that he's a great backup. He can win you a couple games, but if the film gets out there and it's more than a couple games.
Yeah, and also like for a team that runs as good as they did, the ratio was not maybe what you think it would be for a Cleveland offense.
Yeah,
so they were leading on the pass game a little more than they should with Nick Chubb in the backfield, and Kareem Hunt obviously too. But yeah, just a weird one there. It's also when they talked about just like doing the quarterbacks by quarter, when it's like, well, Jacoby can't leave him in the fourth. That's where he really falls apart there. But I don't know. I know I kind of wanted the whole thing last week. I've turned the corner a bit. I still think I know some news came out, but here regarding Max injury status. But this whole Zappy situation, I kind of need to know your thoughts on the whole thing because it's tough to. You go ahead first, Mike. I want to hear what you have to say about this.
I guess I was hoping just for one more week of Zappy because they're saying Jones.
Okay.
I was like, give him one more week, and then playing the Bears. Like, if he looks like really good, maybe a conversation. But yeah, they seem like two equal guys. For one guy, just seems way more confident right now. So
yeah. I mean, here's what I'm going to say. I know it's kind of the trendy thing, and again, he won me over a lot on Sunday. He did. It made me feel like a little more in his favor. But can we just remind ourselves of two things, or really one thing, two parts? Packers game, whatever, kind of crazy game. I think they kind of stink too, but whatever. His two starts. Who's he beating on defense? The Lions and the Browns. Let's not, go, for these new shorts after,
selfishly, you can say he beat the Lions, the Browns, the Bears. Oh my!
It did almost happen if he got the start on Monday night. But again, I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm not saying this is an open and shut case. If Mac comes back and struggle, I think there's a conversation there. I do, but I'm just saying, like I said, not to compare it because I think it is kind of apples and oranges. The whole Cooper Rush, Dak Prescott thing. I think Dak's established himself way more than Mac has. But at the same time, like I said, we're talking 2 3/4, close to 3 games for this kid versus 20. And again, like I said, I know Max started out kind of slow this year, but I mean, look at who he's faced versus who Zappy's faced. You talk about Miami, who again came out of the gates hot. I mean, obviously
they're a different team.
Every quarterback getting concussed on their team obviously was a huge problem there. What are you doing? And then Pittsburgh was a weird game too. Obviously, you should have beat them, and then Baltimore, Lamar. They 26 points against all these teams actually does get the job done, but Lamar kind of carved us up And then you get this weird Packers game in Lambeau. And then, then Detroit and Cleveland. So that's one thing I'll say, grain of salt. I mean, offense obviously looked good on Sunday. We'll see. I think that's really it. You know what I mean? You can't give Mac the forever keys, but I think to this point, it's tough to go for a kid with this much this lack of experience so far.
Yeah, it's tough. Like it's because like Jones is like a year 2 guy, and then he's a year 1. Yeah, I guess it's just something like, okay, he's back, but this isn't over type of deal.
Yeah, and I think that's what it should be. Like I said, if Max struggles, I don't think it's his job. Like there's a lot of other quarterbacks' job where it's like it's yours for the end of the year. Like I don't think that's the case at all. But I mean, I don't know. I just think sticking with Zappy now, never going back to Mac now, it's a little crazy. I think you have to give it back to him and just see how things go from there. But I'm also on the Patriots too. I'm still talking to myself into again. We'll see how these next few weeks go. There's again from the author of Every Team Sucks. You can eliminate a lot of teams in the AFC, and there's definitely a spot there for the Pats if they play well enough.
I think if they make the playoffs, it's more of a testament to the rest of the league than them.
Doesn't matter.
I'm not saying it does.
I think it's weird because I thought about it, I'm like, with the Raiders, I'm done with them. The Broncos stink. I don't care what their record is. I know they're 2-4 now. They should honestly be worse than that. The AFC South, I only have confidence in the Titans. Someone has to win the division. It's going to be the Titans. The North is the Ravens. The Bengals could make. They seem like they're starting to figure it out. And besides that, I mean, again, our division's stacked kind of. With the Jets playing well, we'll get to them in a bit, but. I don't know. I'm just I can kind of eliminate some teams in my head and say, all right, you really don't have to beat out a couple teams here to get this last wildcard spot.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of the games at the end of the year, I was just this part of the schedule is easy, but then
no, it gets hard for sure.
Yeah, but not as hard as you think. Because even the Raiders, and
you'd think, yeah.
I don't know those.
The Cardinals, no.
I'm those seem
December Cardinals.
Yeah. Those kind of seem like 2 losses possibly, but then now I'm just they can win those games.
It's
the Bengals are so inconsistent, especially on the road. You never know. At that point, I'm just that's the difference between our 10-7 right there. Those are 3 of the wins.
Exactly.
The Vikings will be a tough one. They look really good, but then Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm feeling good about that then. Yeah, I forgot about that.
There's a way you can definitely spin this. Yeah. So you just never know.
We'll see. But yeah, so again, obviously take care of the Browns there, and then we'll have Monday Night Football this week against the Bears. Quick rewind to last Thursday, about a week ago. All I have is Commanders Bears. Yuck. So the Bears had a chance to win that one, but they were also able to close it out. Not able to close it out on the goal line. So I don't know. 12-7. Don't really have much more to add on that, but
I'm happy to. Wentz got hurt. I'm happy. Heineke is at least a little more fun.
I know. I mean, probably fighting a losing battle now, but I'm such a big Ohio State Justin Fields fan, so I'm just I really wanted to figure it out. And I don't think the Bears are doing him any favors, but I mean, I don't know. I just really wanted to piece this together, but doesn't look like it so far.
I feel like he's a guy that could have used a
year on the bench.
A Pat Mahomes
a full year on the bench. Yeah.
Pat Mahomes was not even saying a great backup, but just here's an Alex Smith, a pro's pro.
Exactly. Yeah. Like a Derek Carr type,
Yeah.
Ryan Tannehill. If he was Malik Willis this year, maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, well, let's see. I hope for best term. So.
And then moving on now to the team that just acquired Christian McCaffrey, coming off a loss now. What I said a little while ago, the Falcons might be for real. They might be for real.
I think I let Travelers talk to me too much to call them bad. But, I don't know. And
they're kind of good.
They're doing all this without Cordero. Pitts is now just getting going. London really exploded. It's I don't know. The Bucs aren't looking that good. The Saints just lost again tonight.
No, the Bucs kind of stink. We'll get to them in a bit. But
clearly tanking.
Yeah, I mean, Panthers are done. The Saints, Jameis, I don't know where he's at. So that's clearly a 2-horse race there for the South. And we have the NFC Beast, but then again, we're gonna do the same thing I just did in the AFC. Okay, let's knock out the Panthers. Let's knock out the Saints. Really, for all purposes here. No Lions, no Bears, probably no Seahawks. As fun as they are, Cardinals. I mean, they won tonight. They'll probably get in the mix here, but I don't know. There's some teams that you can kind of get rid of. Washington, obviously, in the Beast. So I don't know. Atlanta can fight for a spot here. They're frisky. And aren't they like? Do they have a little streak going against the spread?
Yeah,
I think they're 7-0.
Yeah, they won
right or 6-0. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's looking good for them. I don't know. I'm just saying this could easily turn the other way. But watch out for the Falcons. Really impressive win against the Niners on Sunday. So definitely have to watch out for them. And then, Mike, how about these teams that call East Rutherford, New Jersey home? Both off to some fantastic starts this season, and both have knocked off Aaron Rodgers so far. Those Giants and Jets, like I said, Giants came in. What's that?
I was going to say, who do you want to start with? Giants?
I will start with the Giants just because I said, you know what? They've started out with this record. Packers, again, I don't think it's impressive maybe as we thought in years past. Maybe they've kind of had a little, Mickey Mouse 4-1 start, but then they get a real test against the Baltimore Ravens, and they take care of business at home, man. They took care. Like I said, Daniel Jones, like I said, people were like, he's, myself included, he's definitely gone. Now it's like, man, is he though? Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he's the main reason why they're doing as well as they are, but he's not screwing it up. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, I feel like it's been their defense and the running game. It's just been like back-to-back weeks where it's just like, yeah, they're down by like double digits. The Giants are going to come back to earth, and all of a sudden it's just like, wait, they're in the red zone with 2 minutes left, about to win the game, huh?
Yep. Yeah, it's nuts. So yeah, they're obviously able to knock off the Ravens. Are the Ravens now 3-3?
Yeah, I think, is it time to talk about fourth quarter Lamar?
That conversation's first quarter Lamar's great.
Saw that game. He had 2 costly turnovers.
Bills game, yeah.
Yeah, the Bills game. Yeah, like that one was.
Yeah, we have the same record as the Ravens.
They have tiebreaker.
What's that? They're the tiebreaker. You're right. The tiebreaker. You're right.
Yeah, right. Funny how we could be 5-1.
Easily be 5-1. Yeah. Yes, that was a shocking win. And then how about the performance that Sauce Gardner put on in Lambeau on Sunday? Yeah. Also, just legendary performance already.
Throwing the cheesehead.
Top pick.
Breece Hall did the Lambeau leap. It's get some ice cream. Did you see that clip?
I didn't see the get some ice cream clip. No.
It was like it might have been. I think it was Sauce. It might have been someone else on the team. It was at the beginning of the year. Like this kid did an interview, and he was like, my dad takes me to get ice cream after every Jets win. Like, how many times?
Oh, yeah.
On the sideline, he's like, hey, Tommy, tell your dad to get some ice cream.
That's right. I did see that clip. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was after the win.
So was that Lazard that knocked the cheese head off?
Yeah. I think he was going down the wrong tunnel.
It's like, get your boy if you don't. Yeah. But yeah, Jets in here at 4-2 now, so we'll see obviously how that goes. But yeah, I mean, impressive. If, like I said, if you're one of those or a fan of one of those teams, better than it's gone in years past, at least at this point. So things looking all right in New York, or parentheses New Jersey. Other game we had was
I call timeout.
I hear. Let's do it. Let's hear it.
Today's an Equinox Day.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Sports Equinox.
I saw
Equinox.
Bleacher Report posts voted upon parlay. It's I threw $20 on it. It's 3 for 4 right now.
Okay, what do you need? This Laker game?
Clippers by 6, and they keep on missing free throws, and I'm getting upset.
I mean, they're up 12.
I know.
We'll see. All right. Well, we're all here for it, Mike. We're all rooting for it. Yeah.
I just threw it randomly.
20 to win 200.
Yeah.
All right, Mike's buying me ice cream if he hits his parlay.
So yeah, that was just a little. I found you saw me from the temple after like a Marquise Moore's missed free throw.
Oh yeah, Mr. Beverly at the free throw line here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll continue on.
Past the New Jersey football teams.
Yeah, off the Jersey Turnpike. Now we're into we'll head all the way down to Miami, where this was a weird one because again, Miami their quarterbacks just can't not get injured. We went from the starter to the backup to the third string, back to the backup. I think.
Yeah,
is how this story's gone.
Yeah,
it starts because they look good at 3-0, and now their season's kind of getting screwed.
I mean, I still think with, like we said, the talent going on in the AFC, I think if they can just get there, right in the ship with Tua for a couple games,
I mean,
I think they'll be fine.
Healthy Tua, they're at least 4-2, right? Like, there's no way they lose that. Who's the last game against before Minnesota? It was not a good team.
It was the Jets.
Actually, it was fair. Maybe not then. They win one of those three. Let's put it that way. When they go 1-2 instead of 0-3.
Yeah, well,
I think.
Yeah, the Bengals, Vikings, and Jets. Yeah, probably one of them.
The Gesicki gritty though, that was fun.
Yeah, you're done with that.
It's so bad that it's so funny. It's awesome. But yeah, Vikings. That was my lock of the week last week. That did come through. It was a little scary at times, but iced out Kirk came through. Like at 1 p.m. Kirk Cousins. He's good. He's a great player. 24-16, I think was the final.
Yeah, didn't put up enough fantasy points. I mean, granted, I did win the matchup, but it was
Jefferson did pretty well, right?
He
didn't score though, right?
Yeah, it was me. I think.
They get like
Thielen got the touch.
Thielen had the touch. Yeah. But yeah, that was kind of what I expected. Dolphins banged up, but Vikings going to take care of business. So the Vikings they're 5-1, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Their only loss was that beatdown on Monday night against the Eagles in primetime.
Got strangled in the division.
Yeah. Oh, here's my other hot take before we get too far into it. I don't think, again, as big as I've been on the Falcons, every current division winner is going to win their division.
So it's the Bills,
Ravens, Titans, Chiefs, Eagles, Vikings, Bucks, Niners.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, who knows?
None of them are going to blow it.
The Bengals maybe in the North.
18 parlay. I don't know. I just thought of that today. I was staring at the standings. But speaking of those Bengals, Joe Burrow and his Jamar Chase championship LSU jersey go back into NOLA. That was another strange one that they escaped. They won 30-26, weird score, but did what they had to do, came away with the victory. Once I saw Burrow show up with that jersey, I'm like, you know what? They're going to win this game. I think they covered too because there was only a couple points. So Burrow and Chase doing Burrow and Chase things.
Right, exactly one. So
yeah.
I didn't. That was at a birthday party during the 1 o'clock site, so I didn't really see anything.
That's true. Yeah.
Talking off of.
No, I mean, like I said, they had a few Burrow and Chase moments. Kind of what you'd expect. Again, Saints still with the backup there with Dalton. Next one, I just have Colts win, parentheses, yay, I guess. And Colts Jaguar. Red zone barely panned to this game.
That was, like I said, it was a system play. The roof was open. You bet on them. You won. Moving on.
Yeah, that's true.
Matt Ryan.
Probably should have, but the Jaguars scared me. What's that?
Matt Ryan threw 50 times. So that was cool.
Yeah. We're back in 2008 here. Yeah, should Tom have not come back? That's the question I pose. I don't know how they lost the Steelers. I really don't. I don't know what's going on with this team. Like, again, it's weird that just this last year they were a crazy play away from getting back to the NFC Championship game. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe should have stayed home. I say you should have stayed home, but then now all this personal stuff that's happening now, I'm like, well, you got to play 5 years now to make this worth it. You can't retire now at the end of this year. Although I think he just had a press conference said that's not on the horizon. So we'll see, man. I don't know. It's looking rough so far for the Bucs.
Oh yeah, and then even the whole Kraft wedding thing,
Yeah, I mean,
flew up
can't blame him for going.
New York on a
Well,
Friday.
but just right down to Pittsburgh, not that far.
Yeah, but then I think he missed the walkthrough in Tampa on Saturday. I don't know.
Why would they be in Tampa on Saturday? Wouldn't have been in Pittsburgh?
I don't think they fly until Saturday afternoon.
Oh, walked away in the morning. Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is going to be a weird one because, like I said, the division's there. So again, Falcons are frisky and fun. But that's their division, man. That's their division. You have two teams not trying really. Yeah.
Small talent.
But yeah, I don't know. They're going to have to show more of that. I mean, good run for Pittsburgh with Trubisky having to come in with a Pickett injury. But yeah, Bucs got to figure it out. And then finally, I say finally, even though there's finally for the 4 o'clock before we get to primetime games. I had just, again, Bills' statement win against Kansas City. Again, the only thing that sucked about this game was that, again, I was coming off of the Jerry asked Kramer that I'm on no sleep after the bachelor party this weekend, and I somehow made it through the whole 1 o'clock window, and then I was in bed with the TV on, and I dozed off kind of for the first half of this game. So I missed a couple of touchdowns, but I saw the second half, which was good, and it was obviously back and forth, and kind of thought we might get an AFC divisional rounds repeat here, but Bills obviously strong touchdown at the end, and that Mahomes pick to end it, which was very shocking. I didn't think that's how that would go down, but credit the Bills. They go into Kansas City and get that win.
It was very funny, the fact that they had a mini one before halftime, that Davis scored a touchdown with 16 seconds left, and then they snuck in a field goal. But then
yeah,
they gave him a minute, and he had no idea what to do, so he just threw a pick.
There's so much time, yeah.
There was too much time for Patrick Mahomes.
Too much time for Mahomes, yeah, exactly. Depends on how you word that sentence. Really impressive. Yeah. For instance, I saw that they were underdogs at home, and I'm like, oh, you don't do that to Pat Mahomes. They're definitely going to win this game. But yeah, credit to Josh Allen. He balled out. That hurdle he had was nuts. Really just impressive win for the Bills all around.
I know. I think because they're favorites on the road, this is fishy. I think they're actually going to do it. And the fact that, like I said,
rat line.
Mahomes has been thinking about that game all year. So I had a feeling that was.
Or you mean Allen?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. It was going to take that personal.
Yeah. The other 4 o'clock games, I'm going to be honest, pretty much anytime the Pats aren't playing in either window, I got Red Zone on. I had CBS on for this game. I'm like, I can't deal with you cutting in with the Panthers, Rams, and the Cardinals, Seahawks. No, I'm CBS all the way, man. I don't care for these other games. Rams, what they were going to do, they covered whatever, big deal, and then
flipped it on. Robbie Anderson threw a fit, got thrown out of the game. Now he's a Cardinal.
Yeah, that was the Cardinals, who lost 19-9. Again, Geno still isn't written back, but Cardinals obviously win tonight. But they look god awful on Sunday. They might be are they the worst good team?
And they put up 40 points tonight.
They're still the worst good team.
Yeah, I don't know.
Worst, yeah, whatever. Then I have Eagles stay. We'll move on. Eagles stay perfect. They kind of got in trouble a little bit with Dallas. It was one of those games where I was like, you know what? I had it out of the background especially because the Yankee game was kind of fading out, and I was like, all right, I'll have this on. I'm like, all right, I'll go to bed soon. The Cowboys were just annoying enough to come back and make me stay up probably later than I wanted to. But Eagles able to hold them off, go 6-0. I'm gonna be honest, Mike. I didn't watch a minute of Monday Night Football because I'm done with this Broncos in primetime.
I watched it.
It sounded good. I went to overtime, but I think between
it was just laughable incompetence. Dustin Hopkins literally collapsing every time he kicked a field goal.
I did hear that.
It was just a comedy of errors. It was a very funny game and everything. And now I'm kind of addicted to the Broncos in primetime just because of the amount of comedy and Clippers love missing free throws.
The Russ new commercial has won me over. But also just I think I was in this holding pattern with Game 4 or Game 5 of the Yankees that I was like, I didn't know whether it was going to come on or not, whatever. Then once it didn't happen, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to bed. Whatever. I'm done. I was going to be a baseball guy tonight. Didn't happen. I'm moving on. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums up last week. I do have some picks here. We had a bit of a better week, Mike. Or at least I did. Two.
I'm doing like a good thing of not winning that many, but the ones I won, I actually bet.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So if I can load, last week, the guy went 8-6. You went 5-9.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, because we both had Indy, Rams, and Philly. I had Pats, Jets, Kansas City, and you had you had one. What did you have that I didn't? I can't remember. All right, Kansas City. Wait, I'm going to flip these. These records might be wrong. I'm going to have to go back and do some math. Forgive me. I think I accidentally highlighted Kansas City instead of Buffalo. But I think we both have the Chargers on Monday. I might have to reverse some of these. So apologies. I might actually have been 7-7. You might have been 6-8. So we'll have to fix these records. We'll do some math afterwards. Whatever. I think we both had Arizona tonight, so we'll chalk those up as a couple wins for your boys here. Run down the line, correct my spreads, Mike, if anything's wrong. Atlanta at Cincinnati of the Bengals -6.
6.5. I take the
6.5.
I think
you don't, Mike. Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think this has to come to eventually.
No, I'm gonna ride the wave. I am. I think that Cincinnati can win this close. I'm just, you know what? I don't care. I won't bet it. But yeah, I'll go with the Falcons. Detroit at Dallas. I have -7 for the Cowboys.
6.5.
6.5. Okay. Who you got in this one?
I have the Cowboys. I hate you, Sean.
Yeah. What's up?
They're up by
Why do you hate me?
No need.
All right. I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. I have Indy at Tennessee -2.5.
Yeah, at Tennessee.
All right. Yeah, they're the better team. Okay, cool. Green Bay visiting the Commanders in the nation's capital. Do you have 5.5 for the Packers?
Yep.
All right. I think the Packers stink, but they're going to cover this.
I got the Commanders. I have the Heineke Magic.
All right. I'm like, you know what? I don't hate it. I really don't. I'm probably going to hate myself, but whatever. Tampa Bay -11 at Carolina. The McCaffrey-less Carolina.
I have 10.5. And I truly freaking rebound. Oh my god. I just think the Panthers are that bad. Like
yeah, me too.
The Bucs might win this game.
There's a reason this.
I think Bucs might just win the game like 21-3 or something like that. Like
Whomping.
Three with a lot of field goals.
Whomping. Giant. Okay, this is. Am I reading? Can you read me this Giants Jaguars line?
Jaguars are favored by 2.5 points.
2.5. Lock of the week. Giants. I might even go money line on this on Sunday. Lock of the week.
This makes 0 sense, so I'm betting the Jaguars.
Yeah, that's probably. I'm going to take the cheese. I'm taking the cheese. Whatever. Probably get trapped, but whatever. I'm big on the G, man. I believe in them now. They convinced me last week. Dude, Dustin Hoffman. This LA game. Then wrap up the 1 o'clock window. Cleveland at Baltimore. I have -6.
I have 6.5.
6.5. I think either way, I'm taking Lamar. Like he's pissed. This Browns team stinks. Going back home, bounce back, win for the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens as well.
All right. Get into the 4:05 window. Jets at Denver. Wilson versus Wilson quarterback matchup. I've been thinking about this one back and forth. I'm going with the Jets. I'm so done with this Broncos team.
Give me the hacket.
All right.
I have a disease for this team. I don't know.
All right. I have Houston at Vegas, a 7-point favorite.
I have 7.5 for Vegas, and I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah. All right, me too. Seattle at Chargers. I have Chargers 6.5.
Yeah, That's Chargers.
You're taking Chargers?
Yeah.
You know what? This is gonna be one of those weird games. I think in the four, I'm gonna go Seattle to cover. I don't think they're gonna win, but probably gonna regret this. But I'll go Seattle. Kansas City -3 at McCaffrey's new team in San Francisco. Do you have -3?
2.5.
2.5. All right, what do you got?
I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
You know what? Ooh, I don't know because the Chiefs won. I feel a lot differently.
Teams every week. It's confusing.
What's that?
Like I think this could be the Super Bowl preview.
It could be. It very well could be. Who's gonna bounce back first? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get. I love I just don't think they're quite there. I think they'll figure it out. Pittsburgh at Miami. Do you have -7 here?
7.5. I have 7.5 for the next
7.5. Okay. Cool. Is Tua playing? Yeah?
Yeah, he's playing.
All right. Miami. You?
Same.
All right. And then I don't know. I think this is gonna be a gross game, but I think we're gonna cover. I got Pats.
Yeah, so do I.
All right, cool. All right. So, like I said, I recalculated last week's picks. I was not paying attention when I did that. I'll get our updated records. I have 12-18 and 8-22 for you, but I have a feeling I might go down a game. You might go up a game. Get ourselves a little closer here. I guess the Lakers took the lead. Well, what a transition to get into the NBA to wrap it up here.
They're up by 12. Immediate.
Oh my god.
18-4 run.
They looked like they were going. Yeah, the free throws killed in this game. But we have 8 minutes. We'll run the gauntlet here. C's look great on Wednesday night. I have to say that. Joe Mazzulla 1-0, hang the banner. Jays look great, 35 piece. I did watch a lot of that game despite the baseball being on. Yeah, they just looked awesome. Pretty much all I have to say. The whole team looked great.
Yeah, I didn't really catch any of this game, but I was closely tracking it, and just seemed like Jays just pick up where it left off. Seems Tatum is actually healthy, so we can go back to what he was doing at the beginning of the playoff run.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just happy to have the old ball club back in town.
Got some Blake minutes, So, yeah, good night. Yeah, so again, I did that. I avoided all Warriors content. I was watching this in early pre-game, and they got into the whole Draymond thing. I'm not watching this.
His last video.
And I kept turning in every 20 minutes. I'm like, how is this thing still going? But anyway, I did a little standing prediction on my end. Wrote it in the old notes app here.
Mm-hmm.
I had East. I got Milwaukee going number 1. I think the Rob Williams injury will hold us back a few games. I have Milwaukee, Celtics, Philly, Miami 4, Brooklyn 5, Cleveland the last avoiding the play-in team. Then I got a play-in matchup tournament consisting of Toronto, Atlanta, Chicago, and the New York Knicks. What do you have on your end, Mike? I don't know if you did this or not, but
no, but I'll do some on the fly. I agree with the top 3 in that order.
Okay.
And then I'm probably going to go with the Hawks as the 4 seed.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah, they seem like pretty.
And DeJounte Murray, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I will then go with probably the Heat at the 5, Cavs at the 6, the Nets back playing with the Raptors at the 8. Then it kind of gets a little.
Yeah, I mean, there's teams that you think are like, could they do it? And then you're like, wait, there's bad teams. Yeah.
Who were the last 2 there? You had for the Bulls.
I had
the Bulls 9, and then I'll just say screw it and go with Detroit at the 10.
Oh yeah, I went Knicks there. But yeah, because Detroit seems like they'd be friends. Then I'm like, you know what? Teams that aren't trying are just like Orlando, Charlotte, Indiana. The team I'm missing in there, but all right, cool. And then out west, I had actually the team you bet on tonight is the 1 seed. I thought the Clippers were going to really bounce back. I had Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors, Suns, Grizzlies, and T-Wolves all top 6. And then I had my last 4 as a play-in: Dallas, Lakers, Pelicans, and Dame Dalla bringing the Blazers to play-in.
So I had actually Denver 1.
Ooh, I like that too.
Clippers 2, Warriors 3. Actually, I mean, I think this team will be a great regular season team, so I have the Timberwolves at 4.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna have Dallas check in at the 5.
Okay.
I got a lot of heat from this over the weekend, but I think that Phoenix falls from the 1 seed into the play-in.
Okay.
I'm gonna shove those cans into the 6 seed.
Okay.
And then who
Wait,
is
where'd you have the Grizz?
the Grizzlies as the 8 seed?
Oh, okay.
I
All
have
right. Getting
1 and 2
a little
last
spicy over here.
7, 8. And then I'll have the Lake Show as the 9 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I maybe much things later from me the airball. And then it was a tough one last night because I think this is actually going to be 10.
It might be the last. Yeah, the last.
I'm going to go with the Kings.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I was watching that on the treadmill this morning. I'm like, all right, I feel better about Blazers pick. All right, cool. And then a few minutes left here. I also did some awards. We're just gonna go. We'll go rapid fire with these. MVP.
I think it is Luka's time.
All right. I'm going back. It's been 2 years for him. I'm gonna go back to Giannis. I think he's just gonna have another standout year. So I went with him for MVP. Rookie of the year. I swear I made this pick before last night happened. Paolo. I just think he's gonna have an amazing year. I know it's obvious number 1 pick, but I think even if he went number 3, I think I still would have gone with him. So I just think he's gonna be awesome.
That was also my pick.
All right. Coach of the year.
I think it will be Tyronn Lue.
I don't hate that pick. For as good as I think this team is going to do, I have to stay consistent. I'm going with Joe Mazzulla, man. I think the Celtics are going to still do good things, and considering how it's his first real head coaching job at a high level at all, if the Celtics are going to do nearly as well as I think they're going to do, I think it's going to be Mazzulla that comes away with the award. Most improved player, I have Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to really take – he had a great year last year, but I think he's going to take another level this year.
See, like, I don't get the criteria.
You can go multiple ways. I know it's hard.
So I guess
– I mean, Ja won last year, so –
yeah. Like, is it going from, like, all-star to – I don't know. Like, I mean, like the year that
just throw a name at me. No.
Actually, less than a minute. I'll go Garland. I don't know.
Oh no, that's a good pick. I think I saw like I was looking at like the lines. I saw Zion was up there. I saw Brunson. Yeah, some good names up there. DPOY.
Gobert again.
I'd Gobert too. So that's fair because then also 6th man gonna be a homer again. I got Brogdon. So I had 2 Celtics and 2 Wolves. So
yeah, I guess I just don't really know who's like coming off the bench anymore.
I know. Who else? I guess still Hero.
I'll think about that one. I'll come back. That'll be a little teaser for next week. I'll come back.
Fine. We'll put a pin on that. I'll allow it. All right, and then I guess finally to just wrap it up, finals prediction. Who we got?
Bucks over Warriors.
Bucks over Warriors. I'm going to just stay home. I think his team has it. I'm going to Celtics over Clippers.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, obviously a few games in now. We've seen some stuff. We'll see how this Clippers bet goes for Mike tonight. Hopefully we can hit on that parlay. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. We were pretty efficient here in our 2 halves here of our allotted time that we're still working with. But yeah, a lot of good stuff the past week. We'll have some more good stuff coming up. We'll have a World Series matchup likely, right? If I'm trying to do math correctly. Yeah, next time we're on.
Yeah,
so
fire this year.
Yeah. So this will be fun times all around. We'll have another good slate of football this weekend, and we'll see everyone next week.
See you guys.